Too often these days when an NFL player makes news off the field, it's because he's in trouble. But not LaDainian Tomlinson, the San Diego Chargers' record-setting running back. Next week, he's giving 300 flat-screen TVs to San Diego families who lost their homes in the wildfires. Last season, he was named the NFL's most valuable player off the field for his altruism and community service. And he was the MVP on the field for averaging 2 touchdowns a game. This year, it's merely 1 touchdown a game, but he still leads the league. Last Sunday, he passed his childhood hero, Walter Payton, for 3rd place in career rushing touchdowns. As Bob Simon reports, what makes LT truly remarkable is, in this era of chest-thumping, law-breaking athletes, LT remains a quiet, decent man.
To adoring fans, he's king of the world. And to keep his crown, LT sweats just as hard off the field as on it. Here's what it takes to be a superstar. His training routine is so secret that he'd only let us see part of it. But it's no secret that nobody works out harder.
They say that each time you play a game is like being in a car wreck. And so that's 20 car wrecks in 1 year. I have to prepare my body for that type of abuse.
And notice that he often does 2 things at once, because he's not just training his body, he's also training his mind. When he's not working out, LT is a sweet, laid-back guy. But on game day, his wife LaTorsha told us LT stops talking and starts focusing.
If I ask him questions, he pretty much will ignore me until I keep asking, and he'll finally say, "You know I don't talk on game day."
Because for me, it's a point of survival for the day, not knowing if I'm going to come out of the game able to walk or anything.
What are you most worried about?
All the stories that you see and guys that get injured and can't play anymore, ever. You know, it's brutal. It's brutal out on the football field.
LT scored 31 touchdowns last season, an NFL record, by nailing defenders with his staggering stiff arm and by running through them, around them, and over them. He shuns the self-promoting end zone dance, letting his play speak for itself. He's a triple threat because he doesn't just run the ball, he also makes sensational catches. And he can throw. His specialty is touchdown passes.
LT doing it all. Is there anything LT cannot do?
But here's what makes LT so exceptional. What he does off the field.
Who we have here?
No player puts more time into more projects for more people. 2 days before Thanksgiving, he gives 2,000 families enough food to make Thanksgiving dinners.
Anybody want an alien racer? Anybody? Anybody? This is football.
He visits children in hospitals, offering presents and personal attention.
Here you go, my princess.
So when you go to hospitals and hand out all those toys,
This bear need a home.
who enjoys that more, the kids or you?
I think definitely me. Definitely me. They're so grateful, you know, to be getting toys. You can't help but to enjoy yourself.
He has his own charity golf tournament, gives $1,000 college scholarships to seniors at his old high school, and he hands out dozens of bikes and hundreds of shoes to underprivileged kids in San Diego. What's more important, what you do on the field or what you do off the field?
I think definitely what I do off the field. People may remember something I did on the field for a couple of days, maybe a week, but the things that I do and we do in the community is something that people remember for the rest of their lives because they're touched by it.
Since he couldn't afford to go to NFL games as a child, he buys tickets for 21 kids to every home game. 21 is his jersey number, and again, he gives them his time. After the game, he comes back on the field to greet each of them, sign autographs, and pose for pictures.
It's a full circle from being that kid and now being the guy that these kids look up to now. When I see their smile, I remember how I felt at their age.
And at their age, LaDainian went to a football camp run by Dallas Cowboys running back Emmitt Smith. LT told us that getting a handoff from Smith changed his life.
A hero, somebody I looked up to, was actually handing the ball off to me in a drill. Yeah, I kind of took it as a sign. It was kind of a sign of things to come.
There you go.
Now he's handing that same experience to hundreds of mostly disadvantaged kids at 3 summer camps he's opened in San Diego, Fort Worth, and Waco.
Left arm up.
He's out there with them every day, teaching football and more.
Hard work pays off, guys. And that's why I am where I am today. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Let's go.
And for LaDainian, the hard work really has paid off. He's the highest paid running back in the league at $8 million a year. And now he makes almost $5 million more from various endorsement deals, including vitamin water, Vizio Electronics, and Campbell's Soup, which made a commercial starring his mother.
Ready, and action.
Nike even rented his stadium, hired some of his teammates and some Chicago Bears to make a commercial about how well he runs in their shoes.
Last year was your year to set records. This year you're cashing in.
If I'm dreaming, then I don't want you to wake me up. That's the way I want to continue to have it.
But it hasn't continued that way. The Chargers have already lost more than twice as many games as they did last season. They may still make the playoffs, but the losing has been tough for LT.
Some guys may take losing as just, we lost, but at least I'm still getting paid. As long as you have that attitude, you're going to be losers.
LT and LaTorsha may sparkle in the spotlight, but their idea of a big night is a quiet night at home. This home. They built a 10,000-square-foot house outside San Diego that includes many of life's necessities. A waterfall into his pool, a court for basketball or tennis, and for his second favorite sport, golf, a chipping area, a sand trap, and of course, a putting green.
There we go.
Go. Whoa. His 6 cars include a Bentley, a vintage Impala, and his current favorite, a Lamborghini.
How fast have you had it?
I knew that was coming. Let's just say at least 150, at least.
150.
Yeah, at least. I'm typically a person that don't like to drive real fast.
Of course not.
Scared,
Yeah, right.
I like to run fast, but not drive.
And here's something else no home should be without. Hidden behind a bookcase, LT has a spacious screening room. We showed him some plays to find out what he sees when he's out on the field. It turns out that plays that look very fast to us look very slow to him.
It actually feels in slow motion to me. It's happening slow because I can see what's going on. I can see what every defender is doing. They're swinging at you, they're jumping at you, they're trying to grab you. You can see it coming.
You never really expect to get tackled, do you?
No, I don't. Every time I touch the ball, I think I'm going to go all the way. I think I'm going to score a touchdown.
He's known as the man behind the mask. He says he wears the dark visor to prevent migraines and to make sure tacklers don't see his eyes.
I never wanted people to see what I may be thinking.
And what about the crowd? Are you hearing the crowd?
I don't hear the crowd. And I think the reason why is you're so focused on what's going on out on the football field that your senses don't allow you to use the part where you hear the crowd. It is very silent.
You're really in your own zone, aren't you?
You are, and that's the focus that you have to have when you're in my position, because if you don't, you can get hurt.
And here's where he's most vulnerable, leaping over the pack and into the end zone. LaTorsha cringes every time he does it, and she's told him to stop.
I always tell him, the Chargers pay your offensive line to protect you. When you jump in the air, they're not jumping in the air with you. You're by yourself. You are by yourself, and you're going to get hurt.
She has a point.
So you admit it, that means you're never going to do it again.
Well, I can't say I never would do it again.
LaDainian grew up in his home near Waco, Texas. His parents divorced when he was very young, and his father moved away. When LT was just 5 years old, he found a new role model and his future, watching Walter Payton fly down the field for the Chicago Bears.
Late great Walter Payton was the reason why I wanted to be a football player. It was something that seeing on TV, I was drawn to.
Something extraordinary. When you were 5, you started sleeping with a football?
Yeah, and holding it, you know, as I went to sleep.
Your younger brother, LeVar, said that ball would lie in your arms like a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you kept on holding it for 15 years, I understand.
Yes, I
It's
did.
a lot longer than most marriages.
Yeah, yeah.
LaTorsha told us that football is finally out of the bed, but not out of the bedroom.
Still to this day, it's in between the nightstand and the bed. Here's the bed, here's the nightstand, there's the football on the floor.
LaTorsha met LaDainian when they were both students at Texas Christian University. She realized he'd inherited his humility from his mother, Lori Ann.
On his first date with LaTorsha, are you aware of what he talked about the whole time?
No. No, I'm not.
You.
Oh, really?
LaTorsha said he spent the whole day talking about his mom.
Oh, that's wonderful, I think.
And that right there, to me, was a good attribute because it showed me that any guy that loves his mom that much knows how to treat me.
Now, at 28, he's become a sought-after celebrity. But at heart, he's still a modest mama's boy. And from his mother, he learned what became the guiding lights of his life.
Nice.
Nothing is as important as giving.
Christmas, you're welcome.
And always aim for the stars.
You want to be seen as the best who ever played.
Right.
It's a pretty lofty ambition, isn't it?
Yeah, it is lofty. But I believe in setting your standards high. If you don't, then what are you really doing? You're selling yourself short.
Will you keep playing until your legs give out, or do you plan to retire when you're still on top of your game?
I don't think I'll be the type of person to continue to play until my legs give out. I wanna stop playing on top, and hopefully it'll be the year we win the Super Bowl.
And how's this for irony? The Chargers drafted their on-the-field, off-the-field superstar after trading away their rights to that year's #1 draft choice. The player they didn't pick was Michael Vick.